Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the sixth grade concept of ratios as division. This is standard 6.4D in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 3 of the 2025 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. All right, so we've got just a simple thing happening. We're sorting 875 students into 35 classrooms, and we need to have the same number in each classroom. So we're dealing with equal groups. Whenever we see a problem that talks about the same number in each group, or the same size, or a specific number in each group, equal group always gives us a hint that we're probably dealing with multiplication or division, because you have to have equal groups to multiply or divide. So we need a rate between the number of students and the number of classrooms. Now look at our answer choices here. You might think they made a mistake because how can you have two 25s and how can you have two 35s? Well, when we're dealing with rates, the labels are extremely important. Look at A. A is 25 classrooms per student. C is 25 students per classroom. Difference. Look at B. Classrooms per student versus students per classroom. So it makes a big difference. Well, what do they want? Well, they give us right here the answer. The relationship between the number of students and classrooms. So we can write that as a rate. Students per classroom. All right, so that is a rate that we can find. How many students do we have per classroom? And even just with that, we can now eliminate some answer choices. Because when we're needing students per classroom, we can also write it like this. We can also write students per classroom, because you can sort students into classrooms. What you can't do is you can't sort classrooms into students, right? So you can't have different classrooms go into different students. That doesn't make sense. So these numbers, it's going to either be 25 or 35, but A and B are completely incorrect simply because the number might be right. One of those two has the correct number, but they have the wrong representation, the wrong rate. It's not classrooms per student, it's students per classroom because they give it to us right here in the problem. So that's going to be a trick. And those are the first two choices. So if a student finds 25 or 35, they might quickly select that answer without even reading the words behind it. Always read the words behind it. So let's see. I've got 35 students for 875 classrooms. So let's reverse that. That doesn't make any sense. 875 students. There we go. Let's read that correctly. 35 classrooms. That makes a little bit more sense. I thought 875 was a little bit too big. So this is a ratio, and I'll simplify it down here to get all the words out of the way. 875 over 35. When we see this fraction bar, this means division. You can divide up. You can take your denominator, divide it into your numerator, because that fraction, that ratio, can be seen as a division. So let's look at this. 35 into 875, so 35 goes into 87 twice. That's going to be 70. But now we're going to get 175. Not too sure. So I know 35 and 35 is 70. That's times 2. So double 70 is going to be times 4. 35 is going to give me 175. That's times 5. So that's going to be perfect. No remainder, equal groups. And there we go. We've got 25 students per classroom. So 25 students per classroom. All right, so that is our answer, C.